Hi friends, welcome back to Sea Level Physics. My name is Srinivas, known to be BS Rao. In this video, we are going to deal with analytical treatment of parallelogram law, otherwise a triangle law of addition. Okay, we can easily understand the concept with one live example. What is that example? Means usual example. Here, see, here we have one tree which was grown across the road. So people decided to pick it up. Okay, initially the tree was hit by knife for a while. Later on, people decided to pull with ropes. For that, here we have two teams. Here team A and team B. See, this is the rope of team A. This is another rope of team B. Right? The force exerted by team A is F1. The force exerted by team B is F2. Both are individual forces. Now, what is the angle between these two forces? For example, here theta is the angle between these two forces. Like this is what theta is the angle between these two forces. Okay. Now, the same can be shown somewhere here. This is what force by team A. Now this is what force by team B as shown. F2. So F2 bar, here it is F1 bar. What is the angle between these two forces? As an example, theta. Theta is the angle between given two forces. Okay. Force by team A is F1, force by team B is F2. Right? Here, both forces are joined with co-initially. Both forces are joined co-initially, means both tails are joined here as shown. Now, we can say that these two are adjacent sides of parallelogram. Now, where are the other two sides? Parallelogram in the sense we should have four sides. Here we have two sides. Now, I am drawing two more sides as shown, parallel to this one. One side, parallel to this one, another side like. Okay. Now we have four sides of parallelogram. As per statement is concerned, what is the statement of parallelogram law? If given two vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of parallelogram drawn from the same point co-initially, then the diagonal drawn from the intersection is the resultant of those two vectors, right? This is the resultant. This is the resultant, that is F bar. F bar equal to F1 bar plus F2 bar. What is F bar here? Resultant of given parent vectors. Now this is what F1, this is what F2. Okay. By pulling with ropes, assign the direction in which tree falls. In which direction tree falls. Assume that they are exerting with good effort as shown. With good effort. Okay. Means the effort is sufficient to pull that tree as shown, as an example. Imagine like that. Okay. Effort is as sufficient as to pick it up. Imagine like that. Okay. Right. So F1, F2 are inclined at an angle theta. Right. Now see, this is the diagonal of given parent vectors, which is the resultant of those two vectors. Right. Otherwise, this is the direction in which the tree falls, otherwise collapse. Okay. This is the direction in which that tree falls or collapse as shown. Right. Now, as an example, I am saying that F1 is greater than F2 as an example. F1 is greater than F2 means the force exerted by team A is greater than that of team B. Now, definitely this tree would collapse, that is close to team A. Why? Because team A exerting more force than that of team B. Now, see, this is the middle of those two. Definitely, if F1 is greater than F2 means, as an example, this is 500 Newton as an example. This is 200 Newton. Now, team A offering more force than team B. Definitely, this tree would collapse close to team A. Close to team A, right? Now, close to team A means, for example, like that. Okay. Now, angle made by the resultant with F1, let it be alpha. Angle made by resultant with F2, let it be beta. Now, alpha plus beta equal to theta. Alpha plus beta must be equal to theta, right? Now, see here. team A offering more force than team B. Definitely this tree would collapse close to team A. In that case, alpha is less than beta. Implies alpha is less than beta. Okay. If at all F1 is less than F2. F1 is less than F2 means, as an example, F1 is 200 Newton. F2 is 500 Newton. Definitely, this time team B offering more force than team A. Therefore, the tree would collapse close to team B. Implies that B is less than beta is less than alpha. Implies beta is less than alpha. Am I right? Beta is less than alpha. In third case, beta is less than alpha means this time tree would collapse close to team B. Right? Team B. This is what first case. First case. This is second case. This is second case. Okay. Now coming to third case. F1 is equal to F2 means both teams offering same force in magnitude, not in direction, as an example. Both teams offering same magnitude of force. Okay. For example, implies this time definitely the tree would collapse midway of both forces, means both teams. These are the teams. In this case, third case, the tree would collapse midway of both teams. Implies that alpha equal to beta. Alpha equal to beta means resultant bisects parent vectors. Resultant bisects parent vectors means resultant will pass through midway of parent vectors in third case. Here the tree would collapse midway of both teams like that. So third case, this is what third case. Right? Third case. Now in this case, in all the three cases, resultant can be written as F bar equal to F1 bar plus F2 bar. Resultant F bar equal to F1 bar plus F2 bar. Now in all the three cases, F can be written as the magnitude of resultant can be written as square root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1 F2 cos theta means vectorial addition. Vectorial addition. Okay. Coming to fourth case. As an example, fourth case. What is the fourth case means if both teams offering the same in same direction. For example, both are offering forces in the same direction, either this direction, otherwise either this direction. In that case, means theta equal to angle between parent vectors, theta equal to 0. In that case, what is the resultant means F equal to F1 plus F2. F1 plus F2. As an example, F1 equal to 500 Newton, F2 equal to 200 Newton. That is, this is what 500 Newton. Here 200 Newton implies resultant is 700 Newton. 700 Newton. Okay. Here, this is what algebraical addition. In this case, vectorial addition becomes equal to algebraical addition. Okay. Now, in fifth case, if theta is 180 degrees, theta is 180 degrees. Implies what happens? Theta 180 means one team pulling the rope in this way, other team pulling the rope opposite way. Means both are offering forces in opposite direction. In that case, what happens? Definitely resultant equal to F1 difference F2. F1 difference F2 means 500 Newton minus 200 Newton. That is larger value minus smaller value. Implies 300 Newton. So these two cases, nothing but when given vectors are inclined at an angle 0 or 180 means given parent vectors are parallel to each other, otherwise anti-parallel to each other. In both cases, vectorial addition becomes equal to algebraical addition. Algebraical addition. Right? Of course, this is also vectorial addition only, but becomes equal to algebraical addition, provided theta becomes equal to 0 or 180. Okay. Now, the same can be realized by drawing triangle also. Here we have drawn parallelogram. Okay, to get the resultant. Now what about triangle? How to construct triangle means, see these two are parent vectors. These two are parent vectors. In this case, both are joined coinitial, means both tails are meeting. Okay. If tail of one vector joined with head of another vector, now we can construct a triangle as shown. See, this is what F1 bar, F1 bar. Now take this F2 bar and shift parallel to itself and join somewhere here like that. Somewhere here like that. This is what F2 bar. See, the tail of F2 bar coincides with the head of F1 bar. Now we can say that these two forces, otherwise vectors, are taken as the adjacent sides of triangle in the same order. Same order in the sense, head of one vector joined with the tail of another vector. Okay. So here we have two sides of triangle taken in the same order, head to tail joints taken in the same order. Then whatever resultant closing side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. Closing side of, this is what closing side of the triangle taken in the reverse order means, reverse order in the sense, from tail of first vector to head of second vector. Take the resultant like that. This is what F bar, that is equal to F1 bar plus F2 bar. F1 bar plus F2 bar. In both cases, resultant is same, both in magnitude and direction. See, the magnitude of resultant. Here also same magnitude of resultant. In the sense, same length for the resultant. Here see the direction downwards, here also downwards. So that is how one can easily understand the concept of analytical treatment of parallelogram, otherwise triangle. Now this is what one live example. Here we shall we move to analytical treatment. Okay, analytical treatment. Analytical treatment for triangle or parallelogram. Analytical treatment of parallelogram, otherwise triangle. Both one and the same. Why? Because the resultant is same both in magnitude and direction by the construction of either parallelogram, otherwise triangle, in case of addition of vectors. Okay. Now see, these are the given vectors. This is what one vector. This is what another vector. Another vector. This is what P bar. Here P bar. Here it is Q bar. Now these two are given vectors. We have to add these two vectors either by forming parallelogram, otherwise triangle. Right? How to get parallelogram means by adding these two, tail to tail implies that tail to tail. See, this is what given vector P bar. Now here it is Q bar. Q bar. Now what is the angle between these two? For example, angle between these two vectors. Here theta is the angle between these two vectors. How to take angle? The smallest angle when both tails are joined. See, both tails are joined here. This is what smallest angle. Why? Because if you go this way, definitely it crosses 180. If you go this way, definitely it is less than 180. So this is the right way in assigning given angle between given vectors. Okay. Now say these two are taken as the adjacent sides of parallelogram. Now take two other sides also. Parallel to this one. Take one side somewhere here. Parallel to this one. Parallel to this one. Take the other side like that. Take the other side like that. Okay. So parallelogram has been constructed. Right? Parallelogram was constructed here. Now where is the resultant? Simply by taking diagonal drawn from the common point. See, from here to there. This is the resultant of given two vectors. Given two vectors. That's what R bar. R bar equal to P bar plus Q bar. Okay. Now what is the angle made by resultant with P bar? That is alpha. What is the angle made by R bar with Q bar? That is beta. Now theta means angle between parent vectors. Beta means angle made by R bar with Q bar. Alpha means angle made by resultant R bar with P bar. Right? So this is what Taylor law. Okay. Now I am taking labeling. This is what O. This is what A. OA. It is OB. It is OC. Right? What is the parallelogram? OABC is the parallelogram. Now I am taking one normal onto P bar from the end C like that. Normal drawn onto P bar as shown. Now I am extending this vector from here to there. Right? This what? Right angle. Right angle. Why? Because this is CD. In fact, CD is normal as far as OA bar, otherwise P bar is concerned. Now as it is theta, here also this is theta. Now what is OB bar, Q bar? Now what is OBQ? OB bar means Q bar, OB means Q1, means magnitude only. So this side Q, right? Here OA bar means P bar. BC bar also P bar, but PC equal to P1. See this measurement P, in vector notation P bar. Okay, what is the magnitude, otherwise length? OA means P. Here also BC means P. Why? Because these two parallel to each other. These two sides parallel to each other. That is the reason why. If it is Q, this is also Q. If it is P, this is also P. Right? Now, let us see the side CD, otherwise side AD. Okay, side CD, otherwise side AD. Take the triangle, right angle triangle ODC, right angle triangle ODC, right angle triangle ADC. Right angle triangle ADC means here theta, so AD becomes adjacent side, CD becomes hypotenuse, opposite side. So therefore cos theta, if I consider cos theta equal adjacent side by hypotenuse. Okay, this is adjacent, this is opposite, this is hypotenuse. So adjacent side AD by hypotenuse is, that is AD by is. AD in the sense unknown. AC in the sense, what is AC? Q. It's not Q bar, in fact that is Q. AC bar means Q bar, but AC means Q1. Now what about AD? AD equal to Q cos theta. AD equal to Q cos theta. From the same triangle, right angle triangle ADC, now I am taking sin theta. Sin theta equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, that is CD by S. That is CD unknown, CD opposite side unknown, CD by AC. What about AC? Once again Q. AC means Q. So CD equal to Q sin theta. CD equal to Q sin theta. CD equal to Q sin theta. AD equal to Q cos theta. Okay. AD equal to Q cos theta. Now if I consider big right angle triangle ODC from right angle triangle ODC, see this is what one side OA plus AD, this is what other side, that is CD. This is adjacent side, this is opposite side. Am I right? Opposite side. Okay. So in this right angle triangle, side square plus side square becomes equal to hypotenuse square. That is, as far as the Pythagoras principle is concerned, OC square equal to, this is what from O to D, OA plus AD. That is OA plus AD whole square, side square plus side square, that is CD square. Okay, that is OC bar in the sense R bar. In fact, OC bar equal R bar, but OC means R1. That is R square R square equal to OA plus AD. OA bar means P bar, but OA means P only. That is P plus AD means what is AD? Q cos theta. So from here to there P, from here to there Q cos theta. So P plus Q cos theta. AD means Q cos theta. Q cos theta whole square plus CD square. What is CD? CD means Q sin theta. That is Q sin theta whole square. So R square equal to A plus B whole square. A plus B whole square means A square plus 2AB 2AB okay, A square plus 2AB plus B square. B means Q cos theta. That is B square Q square cos square theta plus Q square sin square theta. Q square sin square theta. So therefore R square equal to P square plus 2PQ cos theta plus, here Q square is common, Q square of cos square theta plus sin square theta. Q square of cos square theta plus sin square theta. Cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. Therefore R square equal to P square plus Q square into 1 means Q square. P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. 2PQ cos theta. This is what R square. Now make it subject R. Okay, make it subject R here. That is R equal to square root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. This is what magnitude of resultant. That is the side of diagonal R equal root over P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. This is what magnitude of resultant of given parent vectors. Okay. Same can be written as R means mod R bar. Okay, mod R bar. Once again, mod of R bar in the sense P bar plus Q bar. Okay, can I write like that? See, R means magnitude of R bar, that is mod of R bar, equal to modulus of R bar in the sense P bar plus Q bar. That also equal to square root of P means mod P bar. P in the sense mod P bar, square is there, square, plus Q in the sense mod Q bar, square is there, plus 2 into P means mod P bar, Q means mod Q bar into cos theta. Okay. So same can be written as mod R bar equal to mod of P bar plus Q bar equal to square root of mod of P square plus mod of Q square plus 2 into mod P bar mod Q bar cos theta. So same can be written as R equal to root over P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. This is what the magnitude of resultant of these two parent vectors. Okay. Now what is the direction of parent vector? What is the direction of resultant vector? How to say direction of resultant means simply we have to specify angle made by that resultant vector either with P bar otherwise Q bar. What is the angle made by R bar with P bar? That is alpha. With Q bar, that is beta. So you have to specify either tan alpha otherwise tan beta. It is sufficient in expressing the direction of resultant vector. Am I right? So how to get alpha here? Tan alpha means take this right angle triangle once again ODC from triangle ODC, big right angle triangle ODC. See, from triangle, right angle triangle ODC, tan alpha. See, here what is the angle alpha? CD becomes opposite side. OA plus AD becomes adjacent side. Okay, that is tan alpha equal to opposite side CD by adjacent side OA plus AD. OA plus AD. That is CD in the sense, what is CD here? CD means Q sin theta. Q sin theta divided by what is OA? OA means P. OA bar means P bar. OA means P only. That is P plus AD. AD means from here to there. AD means Q cos theta. That is Q cos theta. Right? Q cos theta. Now alpha means alpha equal to tan inverse of alpha equal to, make it subject alpha, that is tan inverse of Q sin theta by P plus Q cos theta. Same can be written as Q means mod Q bar sin theta divided by P means mod P bar plus Q means mod Q bar cos theta also. Okay, that is tan inverse of mod Q bar sin theta divided by mod P bar plus mod Q bar cos theta into cos theta. Okay, this is what angle made by resultant vector with one of the parent vectors, that is P bar. Okay, that is P bar. See, this is the angle. Now, how to get beta here? To get beta, is this right angle triangle? No, it's not right angle triangle. Why? Because here angle is other than 90. How to get 90 here means by extending like. See, I am extending this side up to here. Like that. See, this is the extended side up to here. Now close this side. This is what 90 degrees. Now say this edge, that is E, alphabet E. See this triangle OEC, the right angle triangle OEC. Why? Because here 90 degrees. Here it is not 90. That's why triangle OBC is not at all right angle triangle. So go for alternative, that is OEC. Extend this. Otherwise, push this vector from here to there. So therefore, to form right angle triangle OEC. OEC is the right angle triangle. Here angle is 90 degrees. Now in this triangle, take tan beta. Tan beta means opposite side by adjacent side. This is what adjacent side. From here to there adjacent. This is opposite. Right. Now what about here angle? Here it is theta. Here also theta. So in this side, definitely BE becomes adjacent of the smaller right angle triangle. See, this is the smaller right angle triangle. In this triangle, this is what adjacent side. Adjacent in the sense P cos theta. As it is P, this becomes P cos theta. As this is opposite side with respect to this angle, definitely this becomes P sin theta. P sin theta. Am I right? So as far as the right angle triangle OEC is concerned, this side becomes opposite side, this side becomes adjacent side. So take tan beta in this right angle triangle to get beta as in the previous case. Am I right? I am writing somewhere here. Sorry. So from triangle ODC, OC square equal to OA plus AD whole square plus CD. That is R square equal to OA means P plus AD means Q cos theta. Right? Like that. Now I am writing somewhere here to get beta, that is angle made by resultant with q bar. From right angle triangle, see what is this right angle triangle? OEC. OEC. From this triangle, take tan beta equal to, see this is the beta somewhere here. With respect to beta, this is the opposite side. Tan beta equal opposite side by, see this right angle triangle, opposite side EC divided by adjacent side. From O to E, this is adjacent side, that is OB plus B. OB plus B. Am I right? That is EC means what? EC P sin theta by OB means what? OB bar means Q bar. OB means Q only. That is Q plus BE. OA bar means P bar. BC bar also P bar, but BC is P only. BE is P cos theta. BE, P cos theta. P cos, that is beta equal to tan inverse of, make it subject beta here, beta equal to tan inverse of P sin theta by tan inverse of P sin theta by Q plus P cos theta. Also can be written as tan inverse of mod P bar sin theta by mod Q bar plus mod P bar cos theta, like that. Okay, right? This is what the parallelogram law of addition as far as analytical treatment is concerned. Analytical treatment for parallelogram. What is the parallelogram law? In if given two vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of parallelogram drawn from the same point, okay, both in magnitude and direction, then diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same common point is the resultant of given parent vectors both in magnitude and direction. Okay, these two are taken as the adjacent sides of parallelogram drawn coinitially. Okay, diagonal drawn from the same common point represents the resultant of given parent vectors. See, this is in fact diagonal drawn from the same point. See, all the three vectors meeting at 1, coinitially 1. So P bar, Q bar, R bar, coinitial vectors here, right? Coinitial vectors. So if two vectors are taken as the adjacent sides of parallelogram drawn from the same point, then diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same common point is the resultant of given parent vectors both in magnitude and direction. Now, what is the magnitude of this resultant? That is R equal to, this is what magnitude of resultant vector. Magnitude of resultant vector, that is R equal to root over P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. Same can be written as root over mod P square plus mod Q square plus 2 mod P bar mod Q bar cos theta. Right? What is the angle made by R bar with P bar, otherwise Q bar means you have to specify alpha, otherwise beta. Alpha equal tan inverse of so and so. Beta equal tan inverse of so and so. Am I right? Now, how to express the same concept by using triangle of addition means, here we have drawn one parallelogram, okay, making use of given parent vectors. Now, making use of same parent vectors, one can draw triangle also, as shown. Triangle also. See, as far as the triangle of addition is concerned, the head of one vector is to be joined with the tail of another vector. See, this is head of P bar, this is tail of Q bar. If both are joined coinitially, we shall go with the parallelogram. Okay. If tail of one vector is joined with head of another vector, we can construct a triangle also. See, this is the P bar, in fact, P bar. Now take this vector, shift from here to there such that its tail meeting head of P bar. See, this is the Q bar. The tail of Q bar is connected with head of P bar. Now these two are taken as the adjacent sides of triangle in the same order. Same order means head of one vector joined with the tail of next vector. Now this is the closing side of the triangle. These two are adjacent sides. This is the third side, that is closing side of the triangle, taken in the reverse order. Taken in the reverse order means with its tail to be connected from tail of first vector and head to be connected with the head of next vector. This is what resultant R bar, that is P bar plus Q bar. P bar plus Q bar. See, here also this is R bar, here also R bar. Both one and the same, either by constructing parallelogram, otherwise triangle. See, the length of this vector is same as that of this vector. The direction of this vector also same as that of this vector. In that case, diagonal. In this case, closing side taken in the reverse order is the resultant. Am I right? Now, what is the angle made by R bar with P bar here? Alpha. So this is what alpha. Now I am extending this side like that. Now I am taking one more normal from this side. See, this is what O, A, OA. This is what B, for example. OAB. OA is one vector P bar, AB is another vector Q bar. Now, what is the angle between P bar and Q bar? Somewhere here, this is theta. See, this is theta. Here also theta. So here theta. If I take one normal from end B to B onto P bar like that, normal. This is what normal. Okay. Say this is what D as an example. So BD is normal as far as vector P bar is concerned. Vector P bar is concerned. Am I right? Right. Now this side becomes, this is Q bar, vector Q bar means length is Q. As far as this triangle is concerned, this side is opposite side, that is Q sin theta. This is adjacent side as far as this triangle is concerned, that is Q cos theta. So in this right angle triangle also, hypotenuse square equal to side square plus side square. That is here it is R square equal to P plus Q cos theta. R square equal to P plus Q cos theta. See this second step. Hypotenuse square, that is R square equal to P plus Q cos theta whole square plus Q sin theta whole square. So in that case also you will get the same result as usual. No need to write once again. See once again, this is what from here to there. Here this is P, this is Q cos theta. Now what is the total side? P plus Q cos theta. That is one side for this triangle. Now this is what Q sin theta. So P plus Q cos theta whole square plus Q sin theta whole square. That is hypotenuse square. Therefore R square equal to P plus R square equal to P plus Q cos theta. P plus Q cos theta whole square plus Q sin theta whole square. So same steps will be repeated once again if you go further. So no need to write once again. So in this second case also, that is triangle, in triangle of addition also, result is same as it is as in the previous case. Okay. So that is how one can analyze parallelogram, otherwise a triangle of addition of vectors. Okay. Now in next class we will see special cases of parallelogram of addition and numericals based on that law. Am I right? So please subscribe my channel, that is C level physics. Please don't forget to subscribe channel and please don't forget to like my video. Okay, comment on my video, share my video. Thank you.